Load testing. A lot of surgery on this boat. Power steering sector, OEM Volvo Penta, fuel, the VST tank with high and low pressure pumps, tank with filter, trim unit, externally mounted trim unit with hoses, oil and filter, spark plugs, and a slew of other things I can't remember. This is its first load test. Props have been reconditioned. And Matthew's at the helm. Matthew's the one that did most of the work. Walker over there on the right, he did some of the work. And we got new spark plugs in it. It's very quiet, it's running very smooth. So he's gonna shower down on it. Now this is a dual prop engine, and in the tank, it's not gonna turn the RPMs that it would underway because the boat is not moving, so it never gets to free up the hydrodynamics. You know, there's a lot of drag even when it's running, but there's, you know, stationary is a lot more drag than the hydrodynamics when the boat's underway. Only way you could get the RPMs up in a run tank is to have an extra set of props that were a lot less pitch. And he's chopping the throttle back to idle. You see his hand positions over there. Now he's going to check reverse. And it looks like it's hopping pretty good on reverse. Now he's going back forward, full throttle. And this amount of load testing, typically, even though the RPMs are low, this is a tremendous amount of load for the boat, like when it's first trying to take off in the lake, but all the time. So usually if there's a fuel system or an overheat issue or whatever, it's going to happen here before it happens. And he's getting more RPMs out of it now. I guess he's squeezed the throttle off a bit more. There she goes. Look at that. We're gonna need some more water. It's coming to get me. Matthew, was that full throttle?
Got up to like 28.
28. So they'll run about 31 typically is what we see, but a dual prop may run a little bit less. Steering is double checking the steering to verify the fluid to get any air out of it. Matthew.
163.
Temperatures is 163. How's the oil pressure?
Right now, 38 pounds.
38 pounds at idle in gear. What's the RPMs right now?
600.
600 RPM. So 38 pounds of oil pressure at 600 RPMs, 165 degrees is outstanding. That's what we want to see. And this is with the old water pump. The old water pump is leaking, so we're just testing it. How's your temperature? Check your riser temperatures. He's going to put his hands on the tops of the exhaust to see if they're going to burn him. Pretty good. That's good.
Engine temperature is 165.
165. It probably has a 165 thermostat. So go to neutral for me. How's your trim? Hey, this time you're going to go full throttle, and I want to see you operate the trim.
All right, let me trim it down all the way.
Okay, he's going to trim it down all the way.
Ready?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. That's full throttle. Now he's bringing the trim up. And we're going to start seeing some RPMs and throw the water up. And he's got it really trimmed high. He's got to bring the trim back down. Look at that. That's those dual props. They push a lot of water. Those dual props push a lot of water, don't they? Okay, so he did what's called a hot kill, and then he'll do a restart. Matthew, on the hot restart, is it dying or are you turning it off? You're turning it off, just verify. Start it up, let it idle. So that's running. Kill it all day long. That's how we want to see it start. Good. Okay, so tomorrow the new water pump gets here. We'll install that, give her a good wipe down, hopefully. And the bimini top should be here tomorrow. But you never know in those guys. I've already pushed her buttons a bunch today. Hopefully it'll show up tomorrow. That's it.